Fresh out of college, Angela Lee was proud of her job as a teller at the state-owned China Everbright Bank. Maybe it wasn't exciting, but it had prospects. After a year and a half she applied for a promotion, along with a male colleague who had joined with her. He got it. She did not. "Our boss came to talk to me afterwards," said Miss Lee, a 25-year-old with scraped back hair and a quiet gaze. "He said, 'It's good that you girls take your work seriously. But you should be focusing on finding a boyfriend, getting married, having a kid.'" Miss Lee quit. "I could compete in terms of ability, but not in terms of gender," she said. China is often held up as a model for women in Asia. Women made great strides in the early decades of communist rule, and the government has taken pains to portray women as equal to men, starting with Chairman Mao's declaration that women hold up half the sky. More recently, as China has shifted to a market economy, admiring reports of Wonder Women, often promulgated by state media, suggest that Chinese women have made it in business. But the economic boom that has created opportunities for women has also fostered a resurgence of long-repressed traditional values. More and more men and women say a woman's place is in the home. Wealthy men take mistresses in a contemporary reprise of the concubine system, and pressure for women to marry young is intense. In the office, socialist-era egalitarianism has been replaced by open sexism, in some cases reinforced by the law. The media has been publicizing individual cases of successful women, but overall there isn't space for women to develop in the economic realm, said Feng Yuan, a prominent Chinese feminist. Women's status has not improved, and in some areas has regressed. Chinese women are losing ground in the workforce compared with men, their representation falling steadily with each rung up the professional ladder. Women make up 44.7% of the workforce, but just 25.1% of people with positions of responsibility, according to China's 2010 census. At the very top, their share falls still further. According to corporate records examined by the New York Times, fewer than 1 in 10 board members of China's top 300 companies are women. That measure, significantly smaller than the proportion of women on corporate boards in the United States and much of Europe, is based on a review of the boards of directors of every company in the CSI 300 index, China's equivalent to the S&P 500, which includes a wide swath of the economy from mining to pharmaceuticals. Among the CSI 300 companies, 126 have no women on their boards, according to their 2013 annual reports, the latest available. "We call it the sticky floor," Ms. Feng said. "There is a glass ceiling here too, but most women never even get off the sticky floor." By comparison, women hold 19.2% of the directorships on S&P 500 companies, according to Catalyst, a nonprofit group that seeks to promote women in business. Continue reading the main story. In Europe, about 18% of board members in the continent's 610 biggest companies are women, according to the European Commission. Continue reading the main story. Related in opinion. In 2007, China's Women's Federation defined leftover women, Xingnu, as unmarried women over the age of 27. Op-ed contributor, China's Leftover Women OCT. 11, 2012. While the advantages of having women in the boardroom are broadly accepted in global business circles, in China the idea meets with incomprehension, even boredom, among business leaders.